Hello everyone, now we are going to begin with a new chapter, that is health organizations. You all know that health is very important for us and health is actually a human right. When I talk about health organizations, there are many national and international organizations that work in order to achieve good health for the society, for humanity. So, we are going to discuss health organization in the chapter, but before we discuss health organizations, let us discuss what is health. Do you think that if you don't have any disease, you are healthy? Well, we cannot say so, because WHO says that the exact definition of health would be, it is a state of social, mental and physical well-being of a person. Obviously, we need to be physically fit, but besides being physically fit, we also need to be mentally fit and socially fit. So, the definition of health now is by WHO that health is a complete physical, mental and social well-being of a person. I repeat that health is a complete physical, mental and social well-being of a person, and healthcare is a human right. We all need to stay in good health to work efficiently, alright. So, you all know that for good health, you all actually do exercise daily and we actually work out so that we can have a good physical health. And a good physical health is attained when we actually are physically fit, right? But being physically fit is not the only criteria. You also need to be socially fit and mentally fit. It means you also need to be happy. You also need some good economic opportunities for being happy. So, social health and mental health also has an important significance on health, okay. So, only physically fit is not sufficient. You also need to be socially and mentally fit even. So, remember that health is a complete physical, mental and social well-being of a person. Now, let's move on to common health problems in India. As you all know, when I talk about a country like India, it's a developing country, right? And what are the major problems a developing country faces? It is actually huge population. You all know India is a developing country and its population is quite large. Due to large population, it becomes difficult for the organizations to work to promote health, right? So, large population is also a major concern in case of developing countries like India. And due to this large population, these facilities are not able to reach to each and every person. Besides this problem of overpopulation in India, the other problem is the per capita income. The population is quite high, but the per capita income of people is quite low. Due to this low per capita income, people are not able to afford good food for them. So, that is why the health is poor in this case. So, if you see at this graph, you can see this blue line graph. It is actually showing you the population of India, and these red bars are showing you per capita income growth. So, obviously, you can see that the population is quite high and the per capita income is quite low. So, you can make out if the per capita income is quite low, the people are not able to afford good food. If there is no good food, obviously the health is going to be poor. So, next we move on to the common health problems in India. What are the reasons for these common health problems in India? First major reason we can discuss is unsafe drinking water. Now, what happens? When we talk about unsafe drinking water, you all know that the industrial effluents that are discharged by various industries, it flows into the rivers. And if the people who live in backward areas or where there is slum area, they actually use this water for drinking purposes. So, what is going to be the effect? If they are using unsafe drinking water, there will be major health issues and health diseases which are caused by water. Unsafe water can be cholera, typhoid, which are caused by getting those inadequate facilities, right? So, next we move on to that. If you have actually unsafe drinking water in your local area, you will actually suffer from diseases like cholera, like typhoid, which are waterborne diseases. Okay, cholera is a waterborne disease. Next reason for common health problems in India is malnutrition. Now, what happens when I talk about malnutrition? When people do not get balanced diet, You mean the balanced diet is a diet which has all the nutrients that are required by the body. When that diet does not contain all the nutrients that are required by the body, then we are actually suffering from malnutrition. And since I told you that the population of India is quite large, so this problem of malnutrition is very significant in India. And the per capita income is also quite low, due to which people are not able to afford good food, balanced diet. That is why there is lot of malnutrition in India. So, due to this malnutrition, most of the Indians who live in slum areas, who actually suffer from poverty, they are not able to get food. Balanced food is not the only case. They are not even able to fetch food for 2 times a day. So that is why the children are undernourished, they are malnourished. So they suffer from malnutrition actually. Due to this malnutrition only, there are several diseases that you see among the kids. And you all know that if we talk about vitamin deficiency, when I talk about vitamin E deficiency, what happens? Vitamin E deficiency causes a disease that is night blindness. It causes night blindness, that is due to vitamin A deficiency. If I talk about vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy. So these deficiency diseases are actually seen in the children of India because of lack of proper health facilities, right? So that is why these deficiencies are there, because of malnutrition. They are not getting proper diet, they are not getting balanced diet. Next we move on to poor housing. What happens? You all know, when I talk about poor housing, there are many slum areas in India, due to which people live in overcrowded regions. When they live in overcrowded areas or those regions, they can actually get these health disorders. Because when we live in overcrowded areas, what happens? There are many chances to get some communicable diseases. When we can catch those communicable diseases, we can suffer from severe health problems. So poor housing means, if we live in overcrowded areas or the houses are not properly built, this can lead to health disorders. Next, we move on to lack of basic sanitation and sewage disposal. This is also a major problem. Now, the government of India is actually looking to solve this problem of basic sanitation, as you must have heard in the news also. So, lack of basic sanitation and sewage disposal also is a major reason for common health problems in India. When people live in overcrowded regions, they actually can suffer from many health diseases due to communicable diseases, because communicable diseases have more chances, more likely to spread in overcrowded areas. Next, health problems arising from lack of medical care and maternal and child health care scheme. Now what happens when we talk about child health care schemes? If these child health care schemes are not properly implemented, what is going to happen? The persons who are actually living in slum areas or backward areas, they will not be able to get proper facilities, so that they will suffer from these health problems. So government actually needs to implement certain programs, awareness programs, or you can say proper health checkups in those slum areas which actually require them. So you all know that if you talk about good doctors and good hospitals, you probably found good doctors and good hospitals in big cities and big towns. But what about villages and slum areas or backward areas? They do not get those facilities that actually they want, because as I told you in the beginning, that healthcare is actually a human right. So if they are actually provided with proper health care facilities, some awareness programs, some health checkups, daily health checkups, what is going to be the after effect of this? We can actually solve these common health problems in India. So if this is implemented, these health programs are implemented, we can actually solve these common health problems in India. So remember that healthcare is a human right, and being healthy does not mean being disease free. For being healthy, you need to be physically fit, socially fit and mentally fit as well. And since India is overpopulated, the per capita income of the people is quite less. That is the major reason due to which there are common health problems in India. And the subsequent reasons can be unsafe drinking water, malnutrition, poor housing, lack of basic sanitation and sewage disposal, health problems arising from the lack of medical care and maternal and child health care scheme. But To solve all these problems, we have some health organizations that are continuously working in order to promote this medical care, in order to reach those slum areas or those backward areas, and they have their mission plans also. They have their 12 years plan, 5 years plan on which they work so that healthcare can be promoted. As I told you, the two important organizations are World Health Organization, that is WHO, and Red Cross. You must have heard about Red Cross. Red Cross, often you have seen it has a symbol like this, a red colored cross on a white background. So this is the symbol that is used by a Red Cross society. So this Red Cross, WHO, these are national, international organizations, who actually work to promote healthcare. Since India is a developing country, there is actually need for these health organizations. Now we are going to discuss these health organizations one by one.